Let's go!
Hey, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Lieutenant Malloy has informed me that I would look pretty good with a mustache.
Everybody does it sometimes. I went to town on myself this morning. That's why I look so relaxed right now.
God, this whole ship is gross.
The tingles. I feel as if I have been standing my entire life and I just sat down.
I would be happy to attempt sexual relations with you, Lieutenant.
Boom, bitch!
Give him all your money, you will find him funny. Give him all your money, money.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, not like that, but yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. Oh God. My God. It's so good. This is unbelievable. It's so good.
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
We need no longer fear the banana.
Does it work on all fruit?
What about salads? Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a new fun thing. Boom, that's what I was talking about.
It's true, he was just talking about that.
Mocklins, many of them, ready to be adventurous.
I can promise you that if anyone comes at you or tries to take you down, I'm gonna mess them up first.
Really? This is my job? How did I win at life? But I did. I won. Yeah. Takes a special kind of garbage person, if you ask me.
Now entering Glory Hole.
Egotastic FunTime.
Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to the Talking the Orville live show explosion. Tonight we are going to have an amazing time talking about the show that we all absolutely love and can't wait for more. What the hell?
When it comes on my TV,
Huh?
I watch the Orville.
So do I.
I hope Porter sings in season 3. Will Ed and Kelly fall in love at last at the speed of quantum drive?
I hope so.
And John is gonna have to say boom a lot
Boom.
more, cause Isaac will get Claire to change her mind.
Cause I've got faith in the Orville. Hey, come on, guys. You got faith in the Orville?
That ship will take me, I'll be refrain to believe. Gordon can hug the donkey. Dallas got strength of the soul to open all those jars of pickles. The crew can reach any star. I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the Orville.
Faith of the Orville, you guys. What's going on? We are here tonight, ready to get down in Orville town. This is a little sneak peek of the thing I've been working on. That was the demo version, just to see if it was gonna work version, but the real version will be coming out with video and all kinds of stuff. Engage! Let me move some stuff around. We'll see who is here. We'll say hello. We'll talk about this thing that we love, that is giving us reason to live, the Orville. Hey Eccleston, what's up? Paul B. Enterprise, Lieutenant Joker. Let's see who is here right now. Special thanks to Transwarp for that super duper chat. Super baduper chat. Very much appreciated. Let's see. Participants: ATX Tube, Brian Westbrook, Charles Cole, Chris Cook, Curtis Tate, Eccleston's Angel, Herb Bluntman, Jason Link, Jerome Putmans. Sorry, I'm sure I messed that up. Jesper 117, Joel Diaz, Larry Peterson, Lawrence Lim, L. Grantham's Heir, Lieutenant Joker, Paul B., Phil Harwell, Ricky Zimmerman, Rob Crawford, Stephen Klein, Teppo Tolpu, Wade Smalling, Wayne Bell, and Wizen. Why? Damn yous to hell, why? And there are more people here that were not mentioned. YouTube doesn't always give me all the peeps as they should. Sup, Chris? How you doing? For the glory of JP, ATX2 says. Yes, but Hulu is not in Europe. Oh, no worries, Joker. The Hulu thing, that's just the American way of getting it. So far, it's already been reported that Australia, for instance, is still airing it when season 3 starts a year and a half from now. That season 3 will be airing on SBS Viceland, just like it did in season 2. Canada, you'll be watching it on City TV, just like you did before. The word about Europe is coming out really soon. It will be available. Seth MacFarlane said, yes, of course it'll be available in Europe and the UK and all that great stuff, just like it has before, but the exact details are coming soon. But I'm pretty sure the details are going to be it'll just be available exactly where you watched it before. It's an American thing. It's a big-time American Hollywood thing. You know how America is. If we're going to do something, we're going to do it in the most difficult way. Hey, Phil Harwell, thank you so much.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, you look like the guy who's on the list because you know the DJ.
Well, if you're going to say the night is ours, then we got to go.
We must return to the dance. The night is ours.
Thank you very much, Phil. You guys are helping keep the lights on here at Egotastic FunTime. I did a quick little test a couple hours ago. I went and played, did multiplayer, did the Egotastic FT server. Now that the Orville Interactive Fan Experience is available to all of us to download for free on Steam. Absolutely free to check out and play. Do multiplayer, hang out with your friends, start your own server, go on a server, or just do it in single player. Some of us do it in single player a couple times a day, if you know what I mean, and I hope you don't. Went on there, hosted a server, Egotastic FT. A few of you showed up, but it was spur of the moment. We're going to be doing it again. I don't know exactly when, but I'll put a thumbnail up and post it all over the social medias and say, hey, on this date, on this time, we're going to all be hanging out together aboard the Orville. It's and I have to say, it's actually working. They must have done some things with the latest update, because it's actually running even more smoothly on my crappy computer than it usually does. So I was like, oh, hey, everything's working really smoothly and looks great. It's STP. It's called Star Trek Picard. Pika. Well, Picard will just end up being called Picard because the way that it goes, with Star Trek is you have, none of them are called ST anything. It's the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, DS9, Voyager, Voy. Don't like that one. I don't like Voy. just say Voyager. Enterprise, Int. I don't like Int. Might as well just say Enterprise. And then Discovery, technically, if we go along with what we've been doing all these decades, should be called Disco, which also is just horrible. Disco is dead in more than ways than one. And then Picard, I guess, would be called Picard. Pika. You call it Pika. ST Pick. That's just, that's how it goes, I guess. But we can make up new rules because this is Star Trek is under a new house with new rules. So if they're going to make new rules up, we might as well make new rules up as well, right? STD fits Discovery quite well. The Mocklin word is Jizloja. Them Mocklins. Now we have a long wait for season 3, but it's already started. They're already getting things prepped. I do know that, I think I mentioned this in one of the previous streams. I do so many streams now on different platforms that it's hard to keep straight what I said where. That people are being called into the Fox offices to start creating things. I know that the concept artist Lex Kassar is already at work, getting his assignments, starting to draw things up. We'll be chatting with him eventually. I'm in the works of doing an interview with him that I'll put out for you guys, and a podcast version as well. I just did a interview with Jonathan Lane. I was the interviewer because I'm starting up interviews now on Egotastic FunTime. I just interviewed Jonathan Lane, who is doing a fan film that takes place in the Axanar universe. There's Prelude to Axanar. There's the new Axanar, the 2 Axanar short films coming out that they're going to start working, that they have been working on, but filming starts in October. He's doing a film that bridges the two called Interlude to Axanar. So it takes place between Prelude and the next 2 episodes. So it's Interlude to Axanar. I'll put that interview out. I'll put the short version on YouTube, you guys, with the links and all that stuff and the information, but the long form conversation will be put out in podcast form, because that's one of the new things that we're going to be doing here on Egotastic FunTime. Interviews that are also podcasts. The podcast is coming back, but with special guests, you guys. Maybe some of you guys will be part of it, will be a guest. We'll have to wait and see, because there's lots of people that want to talk about the Orville, but I'm getting Orville people lined up. I'm also going to be reaching out to people that work and are on The Expanse and other people that are in the industry that have interesting things to say. Hail Axanar, wait, small font Smalling says. Axanar, heard so much about it, disappointed. You watched Prelude? I thought Prelude was great. Documentary style. Now, of course, Prelude was done green screen format and a documentary format. The upcoming Axanars are actually not done that style at all. This is actual stuff that takes place on the bridge of the Ares. They got full, very expensive sets that they've built and are still building. The actors are lined up, got their lines. They're getting hundreds of outfits, uniforms created. It's going to be a big to-do. But yeah, it won't be documentary style. It'll be straight up legit, the usual Star Trek format, or the usual Star Trek format that we all know and love and prefer, compared to some other forms of Star Trek that are out there these days. Gobi Thaw says, don't forget to give JP an upvote. Speaking of upvote, today, I put out that video earlier today of a carrot package that Gina McGee sent in, one of, a member of the Ego Army who went to San Diego Comic-Con and sent me a care package. The items of the care package. 2 great, awesome shirts from San Diego Comic-Con, as well as an awesome commemorative Comic-Con 50th anniversary tote bag, as well as from the Corbin FX booth. You know, Corbin FX is the one that did the Orville $8,000 36-inch Orville model. They were handing out some Majority Rule stickers, has their logo, but also has the upvote, downvote, so you can upvote things or downvote things if you so desire. And they also had another pack of the Orville Season 1 trading cards, which I opened. I was hoping I'd open it up and, like, you know, get a cool, awesome card. All the cards are awesome, but I didn't get any specialty cards. But that's okay. I got plenty of specialty cards from our previous boxes right over here, which actually I've been doing, figuring stuff out for the channel. Got to start doing fundraising. And we're actually going to be doing some fundraising. Give you guys the scoop in it right now. I was going to do a video today about this. Every month, we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing patron giveaways for on Patreon for you guys, Ego Army. It's going to be Patreon people will be eligible. So this month every month we'll be giving away one full 72 card base set of the Orville Season 1 trading cards. You get the full 72 pack, just like we've done the last couple months. But the way it works now is this month, all patrons who respond to a special secret, not secret, if you're a patron you'll see it, and I'll also keep people apprised. If you are a patron in August and you respond to this post, I'll do a raffle, everyone who responds, and whoever responds, everyone will be in a raffle and be put into the raffle to win the 72 card base set. And of course it'll come with some swag, some Egotastic FunTimes swag with signatures and things like that, and some other things. But also, if you want to be considered for that, sometime this month, as soon as we get 20 new patrons this month, as soon as I get 20 more, starting today, today's the 1st. As soon as we get 20, I'm going to put out a call. If you are interested and you are a patron, and this will be on the Patreon page, the link is down below. Any tier, a $2 tier, a $1 tier, $20 tier, $100 tier, there are a couple of those on there too. Everyone that answers the call will be entered into the raffle. But as we go up higher, if we get 50 new patrons, all patrons that are at least a $5 tier or higher will be entered to win this mirror bridge card of Captain Mercer. And this is just for August. There'll be all new rules and items in September that are available. So if we get up to 50 new patrons, everyone in the $5 tier or above that answers the call. Oh no, I broke it. No, I didn't. Oh my God, you guys, where did it go? Nicola, where did it go? I just gotta be careful. Well, we might not get that. Hold on, you guys. Oh my God, you guys, I lost it. It's gone. You guys, it's gone. Where did it go? Jason Link, thank you very much. Shout out to Mark Zicree for his project called Space Command. Check it out. He has a sci-fi background. That's always good, including Star Trek. You get a...
I can promise you that if anyone comes at you or tries to take you down, I'm going to mess them up first.
What? And Kevin Scott, thank you so much for your super chat. Hey, JP, have you seen Space Command yet? I have not, but it's on my list.
Lieutenant Malloy has informed me that I would look pretty good with a mustache.
I did watch 2 movies this week that I want to share with you guys, and I'll tell you what they are, but neither of them are sci-fi, actually. Hold on a second. I have to make sure that my Captain Ed, where did you go? Oh my God. How is this even possible? Nicola, where's it at? You guys, it's gone. It's gone, you guys. Where did it go? Everybody look. Where did my Captain Ed card go? This is absolutely impossible. This cannot happen. It'll make no sense. Well, I just have to be careful where I step, I guess. I don't see it. My room's not messy. My studio is not messy. Hopefully it didn't go in the trash. This is impossible. You guys, I have no idea where it went. It's cloaked. It's under your wheels. No, I looked under the wheels. It's nowhere there. This doesn't make any sense. This is not possible. It just fell straight down. The ground is right here. That's where the ground is. This podcast cannot be me, or this live stream cannot be me crawling around looking for a trading card. You guys. Wait a minute. Found it. Oh, man, it went far. My fingers are strong. It was like crazy far. Now, what were we talking about? Woo, I'm glad it came in this sleeve. So if we get up to 50 people, new patrons, all the $5 and above will be entered in to win the mirror card. And this won't happen. This won't happen. But if we get 100 new people, everyone $500 and above, everyone $5 and above will be entered to win my Orville 3D model. What? Do. So this one is up for grabs too, but we're not going to get 100. That's crazy. But you only have to be a patron for the month of August for it to work. That's it. That's it. And then we'll have new giveaways for the other months. But every month will be a 72 guard base set. And everybody, no matter what tier, will be entered in for that. Man, I felt like I just exercised. Joel Diaz says, "We love you, JP." Oh, the model. Oh, God, I love that model so much. I didn't want to part with it, but I was like, hey, you know what? It's such an amazing prize. You know, might as well do it because it's just sitting on my shelf right there. Okay, all right, we're back to schedule. Give Avis praise. I have Avis right here somewhere, you guys.
Show no mercy. We fight for the glory of Avis.
JP, give Avis praise. I did, Crochet Kitty. The mythical card that JP pulled out of his what? That was insane. So I had the card. I'm like, you can win this card. Blew up, and then it flew, and it went, oh my God, it went at least 5 feet under my desk that way. I hate physics. Physics are so lame. It's Egotastic beer time. Okay, so I watched 2 movies this week. I watched Shazam, which was great. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fun. It was actually great for a lot of all ages. You could be super young and dig it. You could be older and dig it as well. And I thought it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Had some dark things that would happen, but also, you know, it was a fun movie. It's nice to have a DC movie that's having fun for a change. Now, Aquaman had a lot of fun. That was a fun movie, but they're basically trying to make it sound like there's a whole other planet on this planet, a whole other dimension, basically, with all that underwater jazz. And I was like, it might work in a comic book. I can't believe all that stuff is going on while Batman is beating up robbers in Gotham and Superman is doing what? I mean, come on. I wouldn't even... it's just too much. But, you know, I like Aquaman. I like Jason Momoa. But Shazam was great. Then I watched Hellboy. The new Hellboy. I love Hellboy. So I watched the new Hellboy. I like the dude that plays Hellboy. That's fine. That movie sucked. That movie sucked bars. Just like CBS sucks bars.
CBS can suck my balls.
They can, and so can the new Hellboy. And it's just basically the script sucked. The script was really bad. If you're going to have a new Hellboy, you kind of got to give us a little bit of an origin story. It kind of starts off like, oh, now the continuing adventures of Hellboy, but the continuing adventures is different than the adventures you're used to. So didn't dig it at all. Eccleston says, hey, Ego Army, we need to help JP keep the lights on. Yeah, these lights cost money.
Ego Army, we need to help JP keep the lights on.
Whoa, how did that happen? She just repeated what I said. I recently increased my Patreon and I live on a very fixed income. If I can do it, you can do it too. So come on, help JP out. Thanks, Eccleston. And like I said, once we get to 20 more Patreons for August, and it only counts for August, I will put out a call and everybody that is a Patreon will be entered to win the 72 card base set of the Orville Season 1 trading cards by Rittenhouse. And we're actually going to be doing a drawing every single month, assuming that we get the 20 people per month. And I'll put the call out once the 20 people, once we get 20, boom, that's when I put the call out. And then everybody has the rest of the month to enter their names or their interest in winning before the end of whatever the last day of the month is, the 30th or the 31st, because whatever the last day of the month is will be the day that I go in there and I do all the raffle stuff, and then I will tell you who the winner is. But like I said, if we go crazy, the prizes get bigger and better the more patrons we get. So if we get 50 this month, we're going to do the mirror card, which is actually a high dollar value item, you guys, on the interwebs. A collector's item. I actually don't want to part with this, but hey, as long as one of you guys are happy with it, that's great. And if we go really crazy, get 100 new patrons this month, we're going to be doing a giveaway of the Orville model. I think it's a 12-inch model. You press a button, and it actually plays the entire Orville theme song. It's pretty amazing, and I love it. What the hell, boy? They messed it up. Yeah, the Hellboy movie. Here's actually what happened. I put it on. I've been excited to watch it. I knew it didn't do well in the theaters. But I've been excited since I heard they were making a new one, and the trailer looked great to me. It looked fun. So I watched it. I got about 30 minutes into it, and I was so damn bored with it and disappointed, and I wasn't feeling it. But then Ian McShane is in it, right? Ian McShane is in the movie, and that reminded me, oh, Ian McShane. There's the new Deadwood movie. I need to go watch the new Deadwood movie. So I went and watched the new Deadwood movie, which was good but unnecessary. And then I went back and finished Hellboy. What? Me so trashed.
We need no longer fear the banana.
Does it work on all fruit?
What about salads?
Shout out to Haley Horn. Hail Haley Horn. Hail Haley Horn. Thank you so much, Me So Trashed. I appreciate that so very much. Let me see if this button even works. Oh, that's for you, Me So Trash. The big donators get the big prize, the big digital prize. Me So Trashed, Haley Horn, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Is a Martha like a Mary? Just like a Mary. Wow, Super Chat just caused JP's connection to skip. Yeah, that's, my heart skipped a beat and so did the bits. Oh, for sure. I absolutely adored Deadwood when it was on. Absolutely, just incredible show. I was so into it. I rewatched the first 2 seasons over and over again back in the day when I first got it on DVD before Blu-rays even existed, I don't think Blu-rays were readily available. Love Deadwood. It ended too soon because there was drama behind the scenes, and with HBO and David Milch, I can't remember his name, the creator. So I was interested. I couldn't wait for the Deadwood movie, and I watched it the other night. It was really great. It was good, but really it was unnecessary. I'm like, I didn't need to get caught up in this way. I didn't need it. It was just more of, it was just another thing. I wasn't satisfied with the ending of it, I guess. I guess I wanted more to happen to Hearst, besides him getting a black eye and being put behind bars. Yeah, Ian McShane is an incredible actor. Yeah, Lovejoy. I've only seen a little bit of Lovejoy, like, way back in the day. Like, back when Lovejoy was pretty new, and it would pop up on PBS once in a while. The Deadwood movie was cool. Almost everyone from the series, yeah, just about everyone was in it. Of course, Powers Booth wasn't in it. Loved Powers Booth. Remember when he rolled into town? I think it was at the very beginning of season 2. He rolled into town, opened up the competing high-class joint across from the gym. Miso Trash says, sorry, I've been MIA, JP. Life and stuff. Oh, I get it. I get it. I go MIA every single day, just for a little bit. So, we got a lot of Orville to talk about for the next, for over a year. And I'm really interested to see if we actually, I know we're going to get longer episodes. That's a given. We're no doubt going to be getting closer to an hour episodes, give or take. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. Always going to be more than what we've been getting on network television. Most shows that are streaming shows, that are exclusive shows, usually are hour-long episodes. But I'm wondering if we're still going to get the 13 episodes. I'm sure we're going to get at least 13. But is there a chance we might get 14 or 15? I don't think we'll get any more than that, no matter what. No matter if it was on network or streaming or Netflix or Amazon Prime or anywhere. I don't think we would get much more than that, if we got more at all. Yeah, we got to talk about the Orville for 15 months. I mean, that was my plan anyway, to talk about the Orville for way more than 15 months. Just nonstop every week, right? Bill says, JP, if you like Ian McShane, you need to watch the series Kings. I think I did watch a little bit of that. I remember when it hit. I can't remember if I finished it. I know I watched some of that when it first came out, like right when it came out. It was a modern retelling of biblical story of David and King Saul. Yes, I do remember that. I think I watched some of it, but I don't think I finished it. Joker says, I don't want too many episodes. Too many episodes usually means the quality going down. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I totally get it. As long as, but I want more episodes where the quality stays up. But I think that's probably a little too much to ask. This is a big show. It's an expensive show. It's a great show. There's a lot of people working on it. It's tough to do more than they're already doing for an entire season, because it's a lot of work. Well, what Voltaire says, what can we talk about on the Orville? Can we do character analysis or tech on the ship? Here's one thing I'm interested about for season 3. Okay, episode 6, season 1, the Krill episode. Isaac gives Gordon and Ed that holographic disguise thingy that they used to become Krill. We haven't seen that thing since. Where did that thing go? That's an amazing piece of technology. They didn't use it at all in season 2. I thought we'd see it again, because that's as good as having a phaser or something like that, right? That's just incredible technology. So many uses for it. Isaac could have used that device to make himself look human when walking around the bridge. I even predicted, saying, hey, I don't see why he wouldn't, in order to seem more human, use that device at some point. So what if I'm thinking, are they going to do that in season 3? Will Isaac do his Mark Jackson outfit that he uses in the environmental simulator, but go mobile with it, with that device? That's a mobile emitter, basically. We have to see that again. That is too good to just throw away, and I don't think they will throw it away. The Orville has been building this universe, and they're always taking things that you might have forgotten about and making a whole new episode around it. So I think we'll see. I think we'll see it again. Oh, Gobi Thoth. That is, well, first off, thank you very much, Gobi Thoth.
Lachlan's, many of them, ready to be adventurous.
That's my favorite episode. What's your favorite Orville episode and why? I don't think I can answer that. I love so many episodes. Season 1, my favorite episode is Mad Idolatry, but that's not even saying much. That's not saying much because it's my most favorite episode of my most favorite episodes, and all episodes are my favorite episodes. So what's my most favorite? It's Season 2, and it's tough. I would say maybe Happy Refrain because it's an outside of the box type of idea of an episode. It was so different than any other episode, but also Lasting Impressions was great because all of a sudden the show is an episode of Gossip Girl, you know. So it's really hard to say. You know, there's Identity is so great for the sci-fi and the action. There's so many reasons to have a different episode be your favorite episode. You just say, okay, as far as action goes, Identity is my favorite. As far as characters go, Lasting Impressions is probably my favorite. As far as character relations go, A Happy Refrain. As far as porn goes, Primal Urges is my favorite. There's just so many different reasons to have a different favorite episode. But what about you guys? What's your favorite episodes? Because that's even more important. Because I say it over and over again. Every episode's my favorite episode. Joker says Lasting Impressions. Herb says half of the episodes are my favorite episodes. And then the other half are just your second favorite episodes, right? Latchcomb indeed.
Latchcomb!
What's up, Nick Danger 420? Herb says 420. Good to see you, my Egotastic chat friend. Egotastic chat time. And here, I thought it was Jaloja. Speaking of Jaloja, the next watch party that we do, which might be tomorrow, I'm thinking we might do tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time. I like to do it earlier in the afternoon because there's so many people. Like right now we're streaming, right? We're doing our thing on Thursday nights. I get so many people from other parts of the world that are bummed out that it's just too late in the evening for them to join us. So I like to do this at night and then do another stream. I haven't done it in the last 2 weeks though because I've just been really busy figuring stuff out. And then, you know, I like to do a second stream, which is going to be going forward. I just don't have a schedule set up. I think the schedule is what's messing me up. An early, you know, a noon, a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock stream where we're doing a watch party. But anyway, the next watch party is going to be Jaloja. What we're going to do is, it won't be the Netflix deal for this one, because I do want to start getting Orville episodes in. So we're going to watch Jaloja. And the way we're going to do it is, if you're going to watch it on Hulu, you're going to watch it on Amazon Prime, you have it on your DVR, however you are able to watch the episode. I'm going to stream. We're all going to press play at the same time, and we're going to watch the episode and hang out and chat here live on YouTube's. Sleep is for the weak. Stephen Klein says, what I expect from the new season is to see what is the fallout from Isaac's betrayal. Well, I don't even know if there's going to be much drama aboard the ship with Isaac's betrayal, because by the time we catch up with them, probably the same amount of time that has passed between season 1 and season 2 and season 3, like us in real life, IRL, the year and a half. It'll probably be a year and a half later in the lives of these people on the ship. So the aftermath, I mean, I'm just assuming that's kind of what they did between season 1 and season 2, didn't they? Or is it like 6 months later? Anyway, it's going to be, I'm thinking, at least 6 months to a year later by the time we catch up with them in the universe. So I think everyone on the ship should be cool with each other and with Isaac. I'm sure he's had plenty of opportunities to prove himself. But what will be the aftermath in the universe? Isaac has been feeding the Kalon all kinds of information. And like I said before, I'm fully expecting those interphasic people from Mad Idolatry, that planet that's interphasic. I expect something to be to happen with those people. They might be dead already. They might have been dead this whole time, but I have no idea how that's going to work, because you would think that we would have had people stationed in that area every 11 days to greet them when they come back to learn more stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. Because those people would be, unless they destroyed themselves somehow, which would also be another option. The last time we saw those people from the interphasic planet, they were pretty much about equal technology-wise with the Union, except for they did have transporter technology, you know, give and take. You know, some things are better, some things are worse. What if that was great, but then they eventually, another 700 years later, another couple thousand years later, ended up destroying themselves or dying from a plague that they couldn't figure out how to save themselves. That has nothing to do with the Kalon, so we're not able to rely on them to help us. So I'm really hoping that we get a visit back from them, because that was a big deal in that episode. I'm sorry, a planet of people that come every 11 days that are 700 years more advanced than the last time. That's something that's going to pop up every once in a while. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. And I think it's just right that the show would include that, right? What's up, Joker? JP, did you talk about Adrian Palicki and Scott Grimes in a video already? Sorry if you did. If you already did. No, actually, I didn't release a video on that. I was going to release a video on them getting divorced. Very quickly they got divorced, but I decided to go again. I decided not to do a video about it because that was their personal information, and it doesn't have to do with, you know, the show, like Orville news. So I decided to, I was like, hey, you know what, JP, take the high road. Go ahead and not do a video this time, even though it'll probably get you a ton of views, which I need. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to, you know, I care about both of those people in a fan type of way, so I don't want to do anything that hurts or upsets them and gossip about them, even though, you know, it's not really gossip, it's the news. But I was like, I'll leave them alone. I'll leave them alone. I wish them both the best, and apparently it's not going to affect the show in any way. So, you know, I'm happy to talk about it on stream, but I didn't want to do a video about it. Kevin Scott.
I am sorry you are upset. Perhaps you are on your period.
Yeah, Kevin Scott, perhaps you are. Can't pick favorite Star Trek episode either. Yeah, that is too tough. Because also, there has been times where I'm like, oh, this episode is my favorite episode. And then later on, I'm like, you know what? I like this other episode better. Because, you know, you grow, you mature, your tastes change. You know, all the episodes that used to be my favorite I still absolutely adore. Inner Light, Command, what's the one where there are 4 lights? Is that Command something? Parallels. I love Parallels. It's a ridiculous episode, kind of, but I still love it because it's dealing with something I just love, in, you know, different dimensions, things like that. God, Data's Day might be one of my favorite episodes. That might be my favorite episode, Data's Day. And of course, everybody's got their different series that they love. Some people have their favorite. Well, if we're fans of Star Trek, we probably have our favorite original series, our favorite TNG, our favorite DS9, our favorite Voyager and Enterprise episodes. Voyager, Year of Hell is an amazing episode. But I love that one where I just absolutely love it. That episode, I can't remember what it's called, where where Paris creates that holodeck program. It's like that old Irish turn of the century town, something like that, and Janeway falls in love with a holodeck character. Absolutely love that episode. Chain of Command, there you go. JP and JJ Abrams at Tanagra, when the lens flared. Yeah, Chain of Command, JP. There are 4 lights. No, there are 5 lights. Yeah, there's 4. There's 5. There's 4. Damn you. There's 5. Damn it, stop messing with my mind. The Inner Light, absolutely amazing episode. They had some great episodes in TNG that just blow your mind. We're like, God, I didn't even think. It takes you to a whole other world, right? Which is what the show's supposed to do. Rob says, I like sci-fi shows, no particular episode. I get that. There's just too many episodes of everything in order to pick a favorite these days. In the Pale Moonlight, DS9. What? The Wounded. Ah, there's a question. Okay, what is your favorite pair of Trek episodes? Mine is Star Trek TOS, Mirror Mirror, and Star Trek Continues, Fairest of Them All. Ooh, favorite pair. I couldn't pick a pair. I couldn't pick a pair of Treks. I mean, there's two-parters. I could pick a two-parter. Between season 3 and season 4, the best of both worlds. But actually, it's sad, but I actually really love, as far as like a favorite, wasn't All Good Things a two-parter, part 1 and 2? Because I think that's my favorite two-parter, even though it's the last episode. Ooh, the mirror episode of Enterprise. Oh, that was so good. I love how it was just, that could have been its own show. That could have been its own show. It had nothing to do with the main show. It's just the crew, the mirror crew having a mirror adventure. It has nothing to do with the main universe. I thought that was incredibly interesting that they did that. Balance of Terror. I think when we watch an episode on the watch parties, because we're going to be watching some original series stuff too, I think I'm going to do Amok Time first. Seven of Nine favorite pair. My favorite pair of numbers is 7 of 9. Best of Both Worlds. Yeah, the mirror episode of Enterprise showed that the series was getting great. Unless your name is Les Moonves. He's like, man, I can't wait to get the rights to Star Trek so I can cancel it. What's with these rumors? I'm hearing that Robert Picardo might have a role in the new Picard series, like a cameo, which would be great, which would be awesome, because you can even have him be on the show. Well, it'd be kind of tough. Why would the Doctor age? Well, the Doctor could age because he would want to age, because the Doctor was all about... The Doctor would do that. The Doctor would program his own program to age, wouldn't he? So that makes sense. But the Doctor could show up. Well, if he's aged, he would be the Doctor that we know from Voyager. But of course, the EMH, that avatar is the EMH of that line, of that model, everywhere. So he can always turn up. Robert Picardo could play the EMH, but it's actually not the EMH from Voyager. But that would make sense. Those EMHs wouldn't be aged, but the Doctor from Voyager would be aged because he would choose to be. But they have different models by then. Remember, Andy Dick play an EMH model, like a more advanced EMH model? So they probably have a ton by then. Just have Jerry Ryan play the EMHs, the latest model. The Corbomite maneuver. That was they kind of made fun of the Corbomite maneuver in that episode of the Orville in season 2. I can't remember exactly what episode it was, but it was the one where Gordon wanted to join command training, and so they had him doing that simulation of a command up against the Krill, and he did this whole Corbomite thing. Little scenario. It was a little nod, a lot of nod to that episode. Ooh, would Mirror EMH have hair? Wouldn't that be amazing if the Mirror EMH not only has hair, but a goatee? Oh, it would be nice. Because the Doctor and Seven would be close friends in that part of the timeline, wouldn't they? I would assume. So if we do see the Doctor, we might see the Doctor with Seven. Now, of course, even though I truly believe that Seven was a delusion in the trailer, that doesn't mean that we won't also just see Seven. We'll see actual Seven and see delusion Seven. We might see delusion Data, but actually there's a whole alternate theory I have about Data, which is just as good, because I do know that Data is going to be popping up throughout the Picard series. Now, if Data put all his programming inside of B4 before he died, before he got exploded, it makes sense that they would put that data into the computer or into a computer, maybe into a holodeck. Maybe there's a holodeck that contains all of Data's programming and memories and all that good stuff. So what if Picard steals Data's memory banks and installs it into his new ship? Maybe Data is the computer of the ship. What? There's lots of great things that can happen. I'm on board with all that stuff so far, as long as it's done well. We'll have to see if it's done well. Jonathan Frakes is currently working on his episodes of the Picard series. He just posted a picture of himself today, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Of him on the bridge of the new ship, of Picard's new ship. He's going through the script or something like that. The Delusion 79 was really cute talking to Picard. It could be. Could be. I really think Picard is going to be dealing with Irrimatic syndrome, just like he did in All Good Things. Which is fine, because, he has the gene or the defect or whatever. So, it's more likely that old man Picard does get Irrimatic syndrome. But that doesn't mean that his delusions, sometimes it's delusions, sometimes it's the real people, and he can't tell the difference, and he's starting to get worse and worse. Hey, Jason Link, thank you very much.
Hey, man, I'm on your side. I always knew Isaac was a scumbag. Only had one thing on his mind, that guy. You're better off without him.
That's true. JP, Data or Isaac as superior android or equal in both capabilities and quest to understand humanity. Also, do you think Isaac seeks now to be more human as well, like Data does, just more subtle? Yes. Well, I don't even know if well, first off, I think Data is superior. I think Data is superior. Sorry, Isaac. I love Isaac, but Data can have sex with the lady without having to go into the holodeck, so he's superior. I love both of them. Capabilities, they both have some great capabilities. Data can't have little things come out of his fingers and plug into a computer, R2-D2 style. Now, what was always interesting to me about Data and Isaac is Data always longed to understand humanity because he wanted to be more human. He wanted to achieve that. Isaac wanted to understand humanity because it was his assignment. But now, I don't even think Isaac is going to try to endure to be more human. He's going to try to endure to embracing whatever it is he's becoming. He is changing because of his experiences living amongst humans. His experiences with Claire. His programming is adjusting itself. It's evolving. He's becoming something more than an average Kaelon. And I don't think that has to be a human thing. I think it's going to be the next evolution of AI, which I think is already happening to him, and I think that's even more interesting than just an android trying to be human again. Him not trying to be human, but trying to be something new that is more akin to a sentient mortal life form, a humanity type of thing. But it's android-anity, not humanity. So I think he's going to be trying to embrace that and try to understand what he's becoming. It's all very interesting, and I might be putting more story into more into the backstory of Isaac than the show might. But that's what we do as fans, right? Yeah, so I think it'll be a similar journey that Isaac is on, that Data was on, but it'll be a different journey. It'll be a different type of journey that's that shares some, they'll share some paths. There'll be some parallels, and then they'll split off. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to put words inside your ear holes that go into your brain and then into your heart. So thanks for letting me struggle through that. Yes, Isaac lived with humans for 700 years, and I bet you that has a lot to do with it, Rob. That hasn't been mentioned, but, you know, he's been living amongst the humans on the ship, but that's nothing compared to his experiences on that planet. I would think that planet had more to do with shaping who Isaac became when he came back. I think when Isaac left, he was one version of himself, and when he came back, he was a different version of himself. You would think, you know, that experience would have more of an impact on his subroutines than his relationship with Claire. What's up, Minkin Dose? That's actually a very good point. I like it. Thanks, Minkin. Bill says to Rob, those 700 years could play more of a reason for Isaac betraying his people for his human friends than is given credit for. Absolutely. We haven't gotten caught up about his experiences. He got back and we never really mentioned it again. There has to have been some juicy stuff going on there. What about another comic book that just is Isaac's experiences on that planet? Let's get Isaac's day. Isaac's whatever 700 times 365 is. Isaac's many days episode. His experience of 700 years on that planet. That would be an amazing comic book. David A. Goodman, I hope you're listening. That should be your next assignment. You can get a lot out of that. You can do a whole series of that. And just call it I Am Isaac. What? I just did the work for you guys. Come on, Orville. Steven says, JP question, do you think the Mocklins will betray the Union this season? If they don't fully betray the Union, they're going to almost betray the Union and then get talked out of it. But yeah, it would make sense to me. You're not going to change. You're not going to change the government's mind. The government wants to keep power, keep stability, so they're gonna stay entrenched in their belief system. But I think the civilian population, the non-governmental population, serving or not, of Mockless is going to be starting. There's going to be a larger portion of that population that's changing their attitudes, and it's going to be like a civil rights movement on Mockless. So we're going to see change take place, and because it's going to cause instability. Mockless is going to have to be working harder to squash this, right? So they're gonna be oversensitive to whatever happens. So if we're dealing with them for whatever situation, because we do got to work together against the Kalon, tensions are going to be high because things are not going well at home for them. That's how it goes. That's how things. If you're not having a good a settled life at home, you're going to be on edge in your work. So I fully expect that to be a huge possibility to come. Herb says to Grantham, I don't know, did you see how easily Data beat the Klingon at arm wrestling in the chase? Yeah, Data is a badass. Remember that one time the Borg attacked and the Borg was fighting Data and the Borg was like pushing down on Data and Data like actually experienced kind of like an emotion. He's like, no, he feared for his life and he went, ah! And he took that Borg out emotional style. I don't know if Isaac could do that. I mean, Isaac has guns in his head. So maybe Isaac won't get to the point. If somebody's trying to squish him down, he'll just open up his head and shoot him right in the face. Not fear, anger, and hate. Well, fear leads to anger, and anger leads to CBS All Access. Yeah, hard to beat guns in your head. What you gonna do about that? Oh, you got guns in your head? I have Target on my head. we should hook up. Could Isaac lead to biological Kalons? That is something right there, Crochet Kitty. I don't even know if it's biological, but, well, you know, maybe partial biological. It's hard to say, because also there's that theory that we came up with a couple weeks ago, where what if Kalon, on Kalon Prime, what if the Kalons have kept some of the original biologicals on their planet? Like maybe they've been like growing them or cultivating them and herding them somewhere just so they could study them. So what if there are some actual biological Kalons that are descendants from the Kalons way back in the day that still exist on that planet that are just, you know, being used to study? Or what if the Kalons, because it kind of seems like the Kalons are you know, they haven't gotten over what happened to them all those many years ago. I don't even know how long, thousands of years, hundreds of years, who knows. They haven't gotten over it. So what if they just keep biologicals around to torture them, to make themselves feel better? And they were like, well, we don't feel anything. We're Kalon. Yeah, you guys feel something, or you guys wouldn't be all like, you guys were mean to us. We're going to kill you all. Beep boop. Jaloja Mysterica. Let's give everybody a Jaloja.
Jaloja!
And so I know earlier I was telling you guys all about the giveaway for August for the you know, it's a Egotastic fundraiser. You know, you can be a $1 patron or a $100 patron, but I'm going to put out a video that explains it all a little bit more clearly, or maybe do an ad. I'll put together a little ad, or an informative little ad that I play in my videos to keep everybody updated. Just, you know, so everybody, you know, we'll have the fundraiser, and then we'll pick a winner, and then if the fundraiser goes really well, we'll start giving away bigger and better prizes. This month, of course, is Orville themed. We're also going to be getting into some Star Wars themed and Star Trek themed giveaways as well in the coming months. But of course, every month, well, there will always be the 72 card Orville base set giveaway every single month, once a month for a lot of months, at least 7 or 8 months. I got a lot of 72 card base sets, you guys. Thanks to Harry Myers. Thank you, Harry Myers, for sending in all of those extra cards that you have. We got a lot of 72 card base sets. He's also the one that created, I don't know if I had them nearby, those awesome pins, which turns out are extremely valuable. And he sent me a third one, which is a real bright blue, like the Orville. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly what to do with these. I don't know, maybe this will be on the website or something like that. An auction. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea what to do with those yet, but we'll figure it out. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. We'll get it. As long as we're talking about the Orville and sci-fi and movies and porn lagoons and all that stuff, we're good. That's the main point. Maybe there are some Kalon biologicals alive in the Calavan Zoo. Oh! I never even thought of that, Steven. Stephen Klein says maybe there are some biological Kalons alive at the Calavan Zoo. Never once did I even consider that. That is absolutely amazing. I don't know how long the Calavan Zoo has been around. I have no idea how long ago the whole biological artificial life form Kalon battle went. Battle for the planet of the robots. I have no idea how long ago that was. But that is such a crazy good idea. That would be a game changer. That would be a big twist if they were able to do that in an episode. Eccleston says, "I want one, JP." Well, I'm still trying to figure out a way to do these giveaways that raises money for Egotastic FunTimes, so we can keep doing things. I'd really like to get a new computer at some point, but we're doing okay. I can still stream. I can still put out videos. Just not as good as I'd like, but that's okay. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll put together a video that explains the Patreon thing. But I can tell you right now, if you click below, become a Patreon, you will be entered in to win for the August the 72 card base set. Now, of course, what I'm going to do, like I said, you know, I'm going to put out a special post as soon as we get to 20 new patrons. I'm going to put out a post that says, okay, we hit the mark. If you're interested in being one of the winners or being in the raffle, just respond to this email, and then what I'm going to do is physically take everyone's name, and I'll put them on raffle tickets, and I'm going to draw the ticket, and we'll see who wins. And that way, it's great because I can actually contact the person that's a winner. They're one of my patrons. I can contact them and know it's them, and you know, and get some, you know, make sure that the right person is winning, and keep it tight, high and tight. Hey, Pata Rohan, long time no see.
Tingles. I feel as if I have been standing my entire life and I just sat down.
Maybe Kalon Prime, not their original planet, but really was the transphasic planet. Oh, that's cool. P.S. Any Rosinante models, haha, to be drawn? Oh, I don't have any Rosinante models, but 3DTrekker.com does make the Rosinante models. Just go to 3DTrekker.com. They got it right there. It's amazing looking. We are going to be getting in season 4 a newer version of the Rosinante. Not that it's newer. It just has some. It has some new things attached. It has some upgrades. Like, for instance, some legs so that it can land. That's a refit. That's an actual refit that was done on the ship, which I think is also part of the story, so that the Rosinante can land on planets. It's going to be amazing. Actually, if you watch the trailer for season 4, you'll see the legs are on there. The ship looks so beautiful, better than it's ever looked. So it has the legs on there that have been added on, the upgrades, but the actual computer screens on the inside that have, you know, the model of the ship don't have the legs on there, because I'm assuming that schematic isn't in the ship's computer. So it's pretty cool things. I don't think they would have forgotten to put that on the schematic. I think just in that universe, the computer doesn't have it in its schematic. But yeah, maybe someday we'll have a Rosinante. Maybe 3D Trekker will send me a Rosinante when I start reviewing The Expanse when season 4 comes out. But that won't be until December. So we'll have to wait and see. Jason Link, thank you again.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a new fun thing.
V'ger came from completely artificial intelligence inhabited race and planet. Was it? Are you saying Voyager? I don't know what's V'ger. I'm missing that, Jason Link. A race and planet. Was it Kalon? They did have a planet to. Oh, okay, V'ger. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Came from a completely artificial intelligence inhabited race and planet. Was it Kalon? They did have a plan to wipe out humanity after finding Voy 4. Why am I not? Voyager? Voyager? Boy? Jason? Oh, V'ger from Star Trek The Motion Picture. Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about Star Trek The Motion Picture the other day. No, if it's if it's in Star Trek, it has nothing to do with the Orville. There'll be no crossovers, because that's legally dicey. But the motion picture is actually being re-released next month. I think it's the middle of September, the 13th or the 16th, something like that. The motion picture is returning to theaters for a couple days. So I think it's a Fathom event. So you can go to the movies next month and actually see the motion picture on the big screen. I haven't seen the motion picture. I've seen it a few times, of course. But that's a particular Star Trek film that I haven't seen in my adulthood. I've always seen it as a kid and early teenager. I've seen all the other movies many times in my adulthood, but that particular one I have not seen in my adulthood with my adult person brain. So I'm really interested in going. I'll be going to see it. I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll talk about it. I know, right, Zagreus? Yeah, the motion picture. It's just been way too long. I forget all the names of the characters and stuff. I think there was someone named Spock on it. I think, maybe Captain Quark. Tepo says, JP, have you heard the song Positronic Pimp by the Futuristic Sex Robots? I don't think I have. If not, check it out on YouTube and have a laugh. A song about Data. Ooh, maybe I have seen it. No, if it's a sexy song, I haven't. I've seen Data songs. I haven't seen a sexy Data song. Positronic Pimp. Gobithos says the motion picture. Yeah, the motion picture. I've seen it many times, but I haven't seen it in adulthood, so I forget all the little details of that one. The motionless picture. Yeah, even as a kid though, I didn't find it. I know everyone says that the motion picture is slow and all this stuff, but I think I was just so excited with what I was seeing on the screen as a kid that if it didn't feel slow to me. JP has short-term memory. Oh, not that short. That was a long time ago in my life. The bald chick, and I remember the bald chick for sure was finer than frog hair. I wonder what she looks like with hair. I remember not having any hair. She had a very beautiful face. Mysterica says, I just got an email from Amazon with all the Star Trek shows and movies. Nice. Brian says, I love the motion picture. By far my favorite Star Trek movie. Well, I'm sure the motion picture is probably the truest sci-fi version of a Star Trek movie. Thanks, Pius. Love your stuff, man. Lots of fans. What? The slow motion picture. Lieutenant Ilya. The motion picture was slow to me, and I was 25, says Rob. Well, I was a lot younger than 25 when I was watching that movie. Was Christy Alley in? No, I don't know. Christy Alley was in was she in 3? What was the one? Spock was mind melding with her. Christy Alley was pretty good Vulcan, I thought. I don't think she was. The uniforms were different that she was wearing. I don't think uniforms were very different in the motion picture. Yeah, she was in 2. Wrath. Peter says, my question is, why did they skip the numbering between Star Trek 4 and Star Trek 6? Yeah, you get Star Trek 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Why didn't they just call it number 6, 5? Search for Spot. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Yeah, Persis Kambata was a brunette, and she was quite pretty. Kirstie Alley played Savik in Wrath of Khan. Yeah, I thought she was pretty great. Jason Link says, "Hey, 5 was for us potheads. Get over it." Yeah, 5 was the was the Grateful Dead Star Trek movie. Mysterica says, I think I'm the only one here that has not seen all the Star Trek movies or shows. Just a bit here and there. Don't kill me. Oh, no problem, Mysterica. That just means you're lucky. You get all this stuff to catch up on and watch for the very first time. We're basically all jealous of you. What does God need with a starship? Yeah, Cybok, you idiot. Cybok was a pothead, I'm pretty sure. They had a different Savik in ST3. Or is it Savik? Is it Savik or Savik? Kim Cattrall was originally supposed to be Savik, but she couldn't. She played Valeris in TUC. TUC. Oh, Undiscovered Country. Yeah. Duh, winning Mysterica. Neelix was a pothead. Tuvix was a speed addict. Philip says, thanks to Lucille Ball for Star Trek. Yeah, nobody wanted to buy Star Trek, but Desilu said, let's do it. Let's do it, says Desilu. So now we have Star Trek. Well, we used to have Star Trek. I think we're going to get Star Trek again, though, with Picard. I just feel like we're going to get it. I feel like it's going to be good-ish. Crochet says, JP, I imagine the biological Kalons having telepathic and bioelectric powers where they could control anything electrical. I don't think they did, though. I think they did it all with... I think they just did it with technology-wise. They had control. They had stuff installed. The biologicals actually installed pain receptors into the artificial Kalon so that they can torture them and punish them and cause them pain in order to get them to do their duties, to control them. Interesting, though. Are we ever going to come across aliens in the Orville universe that have extraordinary powers? I mean, the Selaeans, even though they got super strength, that's not really a superpower. It's a result of how they evolved due to the high gravity on their planet. But are you going to get telepaths? Are you going to get people that can move things with their mind? I don't think we've seen any of that yet. We've seen some of that stuff a little bit in Star Trek, especially telepaths. So I'm interested if they're going to go that route, or if they're just like, no magic abilities in the Orville universe. We're going to keep everything scientific and something that's reasonable, that would happen in science, things like that. I bet you we don't see, telepathy and things like that. But you never know, unless they find a scientific reason to explain it. I don't think we'll see it. But if they do find a scientific reason to explain it, they evolved that way, or they have tech. You might be able to argue, they created technology that gives them the ability. I'm sure that they would do that. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Hey JP, why did Michael Burnham never mention Cybok? Because she was ordered by Starfleet to never mention Cybok. I think them never mentioning Cybok makes sense. Cybok is a stain on Spock's family, on Sarek's family. So none of the Sarek clan talk about Cybok because he's shunned. He's shunned from the family, basically. He ran off. He doesn't embrace emotions. He's dangerous. He's a rebel without a cause. So that always made sense to me why they didn't mention him, even though it just sucks that they shoehorn any character in. Michael never being mentioned is ridiculous. I can imagine Spock and any Federation person not mentioning Michael Burnham because they were ordered to, because of ridiculousness in the script. But why would Harry Mudd never mention it? Why would the Klingons not mention it? Even if what L'Rell ordered them, as she's the mother of the Empire, ordered them to never speak of it again. Klingons are always backstabbing each other, especially in that universe, even more so than in the real Star Trek universe. T.J. Hooker. There's this great episode of T.J. Hooker. I can't remember what it's called, but he's It's such a weird scene where TJ comes across some little girl on a roof, and she's, I don't know, it has something to do with pigeons, and he's talking to her, trying to get her to feel safe, and he's just being all sweet with her, and he's just got real close face to face, and he's saying, "Are you a mumbler? I bet you're a mumbler." You know, I was a mumbler too, and I guess that has something to do with talking to birds. I have no idea. It's a really creepy scene. I highly recommend finding it. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of the episode. Good old TJ Hooker. Yeah, Cybok was a black sheep disowned by the House of Sarek. Yeah, that makes sense to me, that the family would never talk about it, but you know, so that completely made sense. The Michael Burnham thing, the Discovery thing doesn't make sense. I want to see more Retepsians in the next season. I want to see Derulio again. I want to see Rob Lowe come back for an episode. Yeah, Shatner was good on shows like Rescue 911. Jason Link says Shatner was in an episode of The Twilight Zone. The Shat was strong in that one. Shatner was in 2 episodes of The Twilight Zone. He was in 20,000 Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, but he was in another episode. I can't remember what it's called, but actually it's one of my favorite episodes of The Twilight Zone, and it's actually, to me, way better than the airplane one. It's him and his girlfriend are in a diner. They're on a road trip, and there's this little machine. You put a quarter in, it gives your fortune, and it's this whole thing about they won't leave. They won't get back on the road trip because they're afraid something's bad is going to happen to them, because they keep believing or reading too much into what this fortune-telling machine keeps saying at the diner. It's an amazing episode, a great psychological episode, a great social commentary on how humans are, the human condition, reading too much into things and worrying about things, being superstitious. Much better episode. I highly recommend seeing it. You're going to love it way more than Nightmare or is it Terror at 20,000 Feet. Anyway, there's 20,000 Feet in that one. Great episode as well, but I think his acting is a little bit more grounded in the other episode. Hooker was a boring TV show. Hooker might have been a boring TV show at the time, but if you rewatch it now that it's all outdated, it's a lovely show. It's so much fun to watch them dealing with life in the early 80s? When was Hooker? Was it early 80s or mid 80s? Kind of felt a little bit more like early 80s. He was in an episode of Outer Limits too. Wouldn't it be nice if Discovery was nothing more than a Telosian illusion? Yeah, it would be nice. Peter R. Ruan, thank you very much.
Really? This is my job? How did I win at life? But I did. I've won. Yeah.
Oh, favorite Trek music, Shatner's or Nimoy's stuff? Nimoy's fine. I'm Shatner all the way. I still listen to Shatner. Shatner put out an album in 2006, I think it was, called Has Been. It was produced by Ben Folds. Such an amazing album. There's actually songs on there. Some of it's, you're like, oh, that's funny. But a lot of the songs are actually really good. The music is really good. Some of the songs are actually like, there's this one, I think it's called Pegasus. I think it might be track 5 or 6. It's so good. I'm just listening to it, and I love the music behind it, and I love what Shatner's doing. He's doing this poem. He talks a little bit about his wife that died. One of the songs he's it's about his wife that died and his emotions and I guess finding her, something like that. He has this great song with Henry Rollins that he does called I Can't Go For That. He has a song with Brad Paisley. That's a lot of fun. He has the song called Has Been, which is taking some revenge out on the trolls. On the damn trolls and the naysayers. It's great. He's talking about how, he's a has-been, which means he has been something. The people that are saying that are never were. There never was. They never did anything. So it's a great song. But he does a great cover of Common People is the opening track. Still listen to that. I love the original, and I love his version as well. But of course, we know we do got Bilbo Baggins with Nimoy. The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. You know, it's great. Yeah, Bilbo Baggins. Nimoy's got a few songs, but Bilbo Baggins is his big hit, and it's a great song. But I got albums of Shatner that I love. Nimoy was a poet. Shatner gets it for music. There you go. Well, I'd say they're both poets, but I probably would say Nimoy is probably a better poet. Oh, that episode of SNL with Shatner in it was like, "Get a life, people." Yeah, that was great. 1970s was T.J. Hooker. Okay. It's very Shatner-centric. Shatner and his toupee. But why does Shatner climb the mountain? Oh, Nimoy reprised Bilbo for an Audi commercial? Oh, I want to see that. Captain Archer can't sing. Well, don't tell Scott Bakula that, because Scott Bakula likes to sing. He does perform. It's not quite my style. Ooh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Nimoy. Yeah. Wasn't Nimoy also in an episode of Twilight Zone, or was that Outer Limits? I can't remember. Nimoy used to do a lot of Western stuff too, didn't he? Shatner as a drama school teacher on the Orville. Oh my God, Teppo, that sounds amazing. What if Shatner is the Union Union Central's Boothby? He's the groundskeeper. Herb says, "Take care, young ladies, and value your wine. Beware of young men in their something prime. Deeply they'll swallow from your finest kegs and leave in the morning, leaving bitter dregs." Nice. Okay, to Spock. Go to YouTube, type in Spock versus Spock Audi. Alright, cool, Eccleston. He sang on 2.5 Men. Oh, Boston Legal. Yeah, Boston Legal. I loved Boston Legal. Denny Crane. I met William Shatner. Boston Legal only had a couple episodes out at that point, and I met William Shatner, and I told him that Boston Legal was great, and he stopped. He wanted to talk about it. He's like, "Really, you think so?" Because he didn't know at that point. The show was still new, and everybody wants whatever they're doing to be well received. So I told him I loved it because I did. In Search of. Ah, yes, Nimoy played a soldier in Twilight Zone. Shatner should come on the Orville as a washed-up lounge singer, playing on the environmental simulator. Night Gallery, boom. Nimoy was on the Outer Limits. You kids need to read your books, says Gobi Thoth. Oh yeah, the Priceline commercials with Shatner had a time travel one towards the end. Yeah, those were great. Okay, so Bakula was on 2.5 Men and he sang on it. Yeah, DeForest Kelley did westerns, absolutely. Loved DeForest. Carl Urban does such a good job playing Bones. I mean, he's doing his own thing, but you get that feel. You get that same type of person, that same type of vibe that Bones had. He's probably the only character in the JJ universe that's doing a pretty fair job at playing a role or embodying the previous source material. George Takei was on the Twilight Zone. I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't remember what he did on there. Oh, Bakula was on Always Sunny and he sang about Quantum Leap. That's hilarious. But did he sing about the Orville?
I watched the Orville. when it comes on my TV. I watch the Orville. I hope Porter sings in season 3.
Yeah, I've seen 2 episodes of The Boys. I gotta watch episode 3. What I'm gonna do in my next review is I'm going to watch it, and as soon as I'm done watching it, I'm gonna press record and talk about what I just saw. I'm gonna do that probably for the rest of them. Oh, why did Fox? What's up, Epic Dwarf? Why did Fox take it off? The Orville seemed very successful. Well, it's not even really that they took it off. It's that production decided it would be best for the show and best for the fandom to move to Hulu, because they've been talking for the most of the year that the show has a streaming format. You know, kind of like Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, where it's a big production. It takes a long time to put it out. They get most of the episodes ready, and then they put it out. They're not able to follow the traditional old-fashioned at this point network style schedules where you have to, you know, get in your time slot every year, have it ready. It's a big show. It's an expensive show. So instead of putting out season 3 just to get canceled because it's just such a big show and it can't get to its slot in time, they decided that the show will have longer legs. It could probably get more seasons if it moves to Hulu, which is actually bigger than Fox Network at this point. Hulu has a lot of viewers. So I've done my research even before the announcement, because I was doing all the research on The Expanse. The Expanse got canceled from Sci-Fi, not because it wasn't doing well, because it was too expensive and too big. And Sci-Fi, for the first time, canceled a show, and they apologized. They say, sorry, you guys, we're canceling the show because we can't afford it. We can't afford to put out another season of The Expanse. And I did the research on The Expanse months ago, and ever since I did that, I've been worried about the Orville, because I'm like, oh, the Orville, they're the same way, and this is even more restrictive because they're on actual primetime network television, not cable television. I'm like, this show, as great as as big as the fandom is, it's heading for being canceled. We might get a season 3 out of it, but Fox probably won't renew it for a season 4. So that's why it took so long to get the renewal announcement, because Seth was working all this stuff out and trying to figure out what to do and the best way to get the show to come out for a lot more seasons. But also his biggest beef with being on Fox, even though he loves Fox, respects Fox, has friends there, he still works for Fox. Even with the Orville. The Orville is still a Fox show, even on Hulu. It's still produced and made by Fox. His biggest beef was the creativity, the art of making these episodes of the show. He's always stifled. They're always saying, no, you got to cut it down. It has to be this many minutes. So they've always had to cut a lot of scenes and reactions that they intended to help tell the story that they want to tell out of every episode. So they haven't been putting out the episodes in the exact way that they've wanted to. And moving to Hulu means bigger budget, believe it or not, bigger audience, longer episodes, more seasons. They're also working, if it goes long enough, he said he wants to do not one but maybe 2 Orville movies, which would be amazing. So it's actually a good thing that we're moving to Hulu, because that means we're getting a lot more Orville. Bigger episodes, longer episodes. I don't know if we're going to get more episodes, but we'll get longer episodes. And the audience will grow. And if international-wise, don't worry, it's all going to be the same as it was for season 1 and season 2. It's Hulu is the American, that's how it'll be viewed in America. But actually, it's a good thing. I mean, I know not everyone's on the same page with streaming and TV, but TV is dead. It's been dead for a long time. Now it's all Netflix. It's all HBO apps. It's Hulu. Hulu is the biggest TV streaming service out there. It is to TV as Netflix is to movies. If you don't have it, that's okay, because you have a year and a half to order it for 3 months. You can order it for 3 months, and you'll get all the episodes of the Orville a year and a half from now, and nothing to even worry about or think about now, because no matter what is happening, the Orville wasn't coming to TV anytime soon either. So there's nothing to worry about now, and who knows where you'll be in a year and a half from now. You save a few pennies a day, you'll have enough money to subscribe to Hulu for 3 months. And actually, you don't even need to subscribe to 3 months. The first month is free, so you'll only have to subscribe for 2 months. But it's gonna be great. You'll have it in HD. If you don't have Hulu because you live in another country, that's okay. It'll be airing on television, probably on the same channels it already aired on. So I know it's scary, but I did my research months ago. So as soon as they announced it, I was relieved. I was like, yes, this is going to be the best thing for the show. Hey, weren't most of the female original series guest stars on Shatner each episode? I don't think so. Shatner's, oh, maybe on Shatner, but on Kirk is, you know, got this reputation as a ladies' man, but really, if you watch the series, there's only a few moments where he was being a ladies' man. Yeah, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime are all you need. Yeah, and I have all of that. I haven't had cable. I haven't subscribed to cable since 2009 or 2008, I think. First couple of years were a little rough, but then all these services showed up, and I'm like, oh, I have everything now. I have all TV and more. But also, we live in an a la carte world. A lot of people still have that cable mindset, and I have that too sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute. If I want to watch Game of Thrones, I don't have to subscribe to HBO for a year or have a 2-year contract. I subscribe to it while Game of Thrones is on, and then once Game of Thrones is done, I cancel the subscription because there's no contracts. And then I, you know, maybe I get rid of Showtime because nothing's on there during that time, and I get HBO because the show I want to watch is on, and then the show is off, so I get rid of that, and then, oh, my show is back on Showtime again, so then I get Showtime again. We're in an a la carte world. I have some people say, oh, I subscribe to Netflix and Amazon and this and that. I'm not going to subscribe to Hulu. That's ridiculous. I'm like, why don't you just not subscribe to one of those things? You have too many things. You have too many things. Don't have so many things all at once. That's what I do. I cancel HBO all the time. Shatner has a bad rap for not being a very nice person. Hard to work with. He does have a bad rap. I don't know if I don't even know if he has a bad rap on sets, but I know he has a bad rap when somebody, you know, he's slick. He's got a twisted sense of humor. He's snarky. He likes to make jokes and bust balls. Some people just think he's just gonna, you know, be extra sweet and nice. Even if he is being nice, it might not come off that way. JP, can we get Hulu in New Zealand? I don't think Hulu is available in New Zealand or anywhere internationally, but however you... Hey, Stu. What's up, Stu, by the way? However you watch Season 2, Stu, that rhymed. However you watch Season 2 on TV was probably exactly how you're going to watch Season 3. I do know that Season 2 of The Orville aired on Viceland in Australia, your neighbor. And Season 3 is also going to be, it's official, will be airing on Viceland, just like it did. I don't know if you guys get Viceland in New Zealand, though, but however you watched it before is probably how you're going to watch it again. Rob Carver says, I have CW. I have one more than that. I have CW. I have CW too. Everybody has CW. Kudos to CW, you guys. Their app is completely free. They just play a couple commercials, a very reasonable amount of commercials during their programming. But the CW app is completely free. HD, they got all their superhero shows there and their other shows as well. Good on CW. They could Don't tell them this, but they could, if they wanted to, charge. It's a quality app with quality content on their app. They could charge if they wanted to. JP, does Hulu exist in the Orville universe? Well, if it didn't before, it does now. Yes, yeah, the Orville is very much, even more so than Star Trek, in my opinion. Everything that exists that we know of in our world exists in the Orville universe as history. Star Trek exists in the Orville as a TV show. CW is free over the air here in, is that Michigan? It's actually on one of the PBS channels here locally. Yeah, CW is available over with antenna over the air here as well. Getting reception, that's another issue. But yeah, it's, we got, everybody has ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. But yeah, we got CW over here too. CW usually comes in a little bit clearer than the other channels in my location. But there's very few CW shows that I watch. I just let myself watch The Flash. Even though I'm interested in all the other shows, but I'm like, no, that's just too much stuff. You get The Flash, JP, and that'll be your show. And I love it! JP, CBS is taking some of their CBS shows from Netflix. I didn't even know CBS had their shows on Netflix. CBS, I'm pretty sure, does not have their shows on Hulu because CBS wants to have all their stuff, which makes sense, on their streaming app. But it's not just CBS. Everything is taking their content away from Netflix. Netflix is in trouble. They're losing their edge. I'm gonna let you guys know that starting this holiday season, starting in November, there's going to be what's called the Stream Wars, where Netflix has been untouchable since it began, but now with Disney Plus coming out, Disney's taking all their content off of Netflix, and they have a lot of content, all the Star Wars stuff, all the Marvel stuff, all the Disney stuff, all the Pixar stuff that's leaving Netflix. NBC is taking their stuff away from Netflix because NBC is going to be coming out with their own streaming service. Disney Plus is going to have a lot of great original new content that takes place in the worlds that we love. They have some live action Marvel TV shows coming out. There's a live action Lady and the Tramp that is coming to Disney Plus. There's the new Star Wars. What the hell is that? Not midichlorian. The Mandalorian series is coming to Disney Plus. Netflix is eventually just going to be a bunch of stuff you don't want to watch, and Netflix originals pretty soon. Hulu is also part of that war. Hulu's got great movies to watch on it. I usually find more movies on Hulu that I would rather watch than on Netflix. And then, of course, Hulu has all the brand new TV shows. It just comes out a day later. So Hulu, and of course, Disney pretty much owns Hulu with the Fox merger. And so Hulu and Disney Plus are going to be kicking Netflix's ass, as well as all the other streaming services that are coming out. So Netflix is going, I'm actually, when Disney Plus comes out, I'm probably going to, for the first time, even consider it in my entire life, because I've had Netflix since I was a baby, considering canceling Netflix, because I'm not going to need it anymore. Hey, Charles, thank you very much.
Hobo clowns are the most dangerous because they're hungry.
They are. That's true. Remember that. I gave Anti-Trekker $5, then felt guilty. So now you get $5. Heading to Star Trek Las Vegas tomorrow. Oh, I'm so jealous. CBS All Access made me watch an ad to see you here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, but at least you know there's something a little bit better Star Trek-wise. I don't know if it's going to be great. I don't know if Picard's going to be great. I feel it's going to be good. But Picard is going to at least be way better than Discovery, even though I am still rooting for Discovery. None of us that don't like, if you don't like Discovery now, season 1 and season 2, you are never going to like season 1 or season 2, no matter what they do in season 3. But that doesn't mean we won't kind of be okay with season 3. So I'm looking forward to hopefully being kind of okay with season 3 and forgetting the first 2 seasons. But we'll have to wait and see. Hey, Axonar Comics, thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Sweet emotion.
And Axonar wants a We Must Return to the Dance. Let's go the extended version. Yeah.
We must return to the dance. We must return to the dance. We must return to the dance. The night is ours.
Yes. We've returned to the dance. Extra hardcore, Axonar. Now, I was talking in the interview with Jonathan Lane, who's doing the Axonar fan film that takes place in the Axonar universe, interlude to Axonar. He mentioned that he heard that Discovery Season 3, as we know, they got, as we assume, but we know, they got pushed almost 1,000 years into the future. But apparently he heard that not the entire crew landed all in the same place. Like, apparently some of the crew went 1,000 years in the future, and maybe some of the other crew went a couple hundred years in the future, and apparently Michael Burnham ended up 100 years in the future. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. I hope it's not true. If it's a cool storyline to me if they all went 1,000 years in the future and together, and then got split up at some point in the season, and have to find their way back to each other. It's cool, though. I like that they all didn't end up together. That could be fun, except for Michael Burnham ending up 100 years in the future. 100 years in the future basically puts her in Picard's timeline, which cannot happen. CBS, that cannot happen. Michael Burnham, no matter what you think about her, I'm actually like Michael Burnham. I don't like her backstory, but I love Sonequa, who plays Michael Burnham, and without her backstory and without her being, written as the focus, I like Michael Burnham. I like I don't. She's not my favorite, but I do like her. She cannot. Discovery can have nothing to do with the Picard series at all, unless you do a fun little, quick little. Oh God, there's the Enterprise way over there. Oh, I got thrown back in time again. Cool little cameo of TNG. Fine, as long as you don't interact with anybody, please. But if you just see, I don't know. I don't care. Please don't cross the stream, CBS. You missed your opportunity 2 seasons ago. I'm glad you got out of the Star Trek universe by going so far in the future that we have no idea. We have no claim to that universe anymore as far as fans go. Good job there, smart. Do not cross the streams or I will destroy you. I'm just saying, you guys heard it right here. Axonar says, don't cross the streams. Epic War says, I thought she was good in The Walking Dead. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a super fan of her because of her work in The Walking Dead. Don't give CBS ideas. Well, I've heard they had the idea. Well, I don't know if they're going to cross the streams, but her being 100 years in the future is too close. Too close. But also, it might not be true at all. None of it might be true. They might have all gone 1,000 years in the future. But I do like the idea of them being split up and trying to figure out how to, all having separate adventures, trying to figure out how to get back to each other. That's a good idea. Whether it's done right, I have no idea. Whether or not when we get to the season 3 finale, if the whole thing made any sense, I have no idea. That's up to the writers. Don't cross the Jaloja.
Jaloja!
I'll give it up. I'll give it Jaloja for that. Working on a song about Mocklins. Ooh, okay. Let's brainstorm real quick, because I do plan on doing a bunch more Orville songs. I'm currently working on Faith in the Orville, as you guys heard. That's the demo version, but I need to record a better version than that. Get the backup singers going, the better JP vocals going, make sure all the timing is perfect. because that song you have to hit certain words at the exact right time, or it doesn't work. If we did a song for Mocklins, if we did a Mocklin song, what song would you guys recommend doing it to for the parody? Brian McManus says Faith of the Heart. I already got Faith of the Heart. I got Faith of the Heart.
I watch the Orville when it comes on my TV.
I gotta figure out how to do a video to this,
I watch the Orville. I hope Porter sings in season 3. Willard and Kelly fall in love at last.
Archmage, yes.
Speed of quantum drive. And John is gonna have to say boom a lot more, cause Isaac will get Claire to change her mind. Cause I've got faith of the Orville. Going where that
Yep, Dax, I'm here.
will take me, a happy refrain to believe. Gordon can hug the donkey. Dallas got strength of the soul to open all those jars of pickles. The crew can reach any star. I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the
Orville. Archmage says Rock Lobster for a Mocklin song. Mocklin Lobster. What would be okay? And I'm trying to think of Mocklin Lobster. I was being a bigot. I came across a girl who I hate. 9 to 5. Mocklin 9 to 5. Where my heart will take me. Durandi? Or is it Duran or Durandi? Jimmy Durandi? It's not Durandi though. Jimmy Durante. Rock Mocklin. Oh, that's even better, Herb. Thank you very much. Rock Mocklin. Yeah, get that lobster out of there. Get it out of there. Thanks, Rob. That's just the demo version. I got to do a better version. Rock Mocklin. That is so good because they can eat rocks. Mocklins can eat rocks. That's a good one. Who was it? One of you guys who's I can't remember. I want to say King Ramsey. One of the Ego Army that's joins us on Twitch 3 times a week for our conversations on Twitch. He's started working a little bit on, and he suggested I try to do something, try to do a version of it. An Orville song that's set to Africa by Toto. Bohemian Rhapsody. Jaloja Mia, Jaloja Mia, Jaloja Mia. Country Road. Was the road not taken? Semi-charmed kind of life. Semi-charmed life. Do ever what you want to do coming over you. Gangster's Paradise. Yeah, a couple of you said Gangster's Paradise. Mocklin's Paradise. Mocklin's Paradise would have Nova J's. Nova JJ's. Nova JJ's for my Jalojas. For Jaloja J's. J-Lojas. No, Velo. No. I'm not going to come up with it. I want to take you to a gay bar. I want to take you to a... well, I'm trying to think, because that's also an interesting conversation with Mocklins, because, you know, they're all, you say gay, but really, isn't that their version of straight? The Test by Green Day. Don't Mocklin now. 'Cause I'm a chauvinistic. Telling chicks to F off before breakfast. Mocklins just want to have fun. Ah, and that goes along with the we must return to the dance. Mocklins just want to have fun. Which, didn't they play Girls Just Want to Have Fun in episode 3? About a girl, which is a Mocklin episode. At the very beginning of the episode, during the Western Environmental Simulator scene, and that Mexican sombrero guy wanted to have a dance-off. Weren't they playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun? That would be a good one because it's relevant. It's 2 levels of relevancy. Oh, man. Krills just want to have fun. Or you could do If Looks Could Krill. Barbie girl. I'm a Mocklin girl. They don't want me on my world. I need some safety at Sanctuary. Ooh, that's a good one. We got one right there. Barbie Mocklin girl's a good one. Boom! Mysteria. Yes, they did, JP. Man, I know too much about the Orville. View to a Krill. Boom. Now, View to a Krill wasn't that Duran Duran doing the 007 theme song? Did Duran Duran do the theme song for that movie? I can't remember. If Looks Could Krill. If Looks Could Krill, you'd be lying on the floor. West End Krills. Oh, okay. Okay, Krill song, that's what I want to do, Larry. West End Krills. That's too good. I just listened to West End Girls earlier today, performed by David Tennant. It was great. Yeah, that's too good. I love that too much. And also, it's not doing the obvious, because I always do substitute the word kill for krill when I do krill jokes. So to actually substitute krill for another word, that's really nice. Boom, Duran Duran. Eccleston knows. Eccleston always knows that stuff. Mocklins don't let your babies grow up to be women. Oh, that's so good. We might have to do a medley. There's so many good songs to do for Mocklins. West End Krills, please. Yes, Wade Smalling. West End Krills. That's my vote as well. That is too good. Oh, David Tennant on the Orville. That would be amazing. Because they could have him do anything. They could have him be a super serious character with a bit of whimsy. He could be a funny character with a bit of evil behind the eyes. He can do it all. Krillin in the name of. Oh, that's good too. Can do Walking on the Sun for a Krill song. Just Krillin it. Krilling me softly with the sun. Krilling me softly with the sun. Baking my skin off. It kind of hurts. Krilling me softly. Or should I do? Let's see. I'm a Mocklin boy. I'm a Mocklin boy with a Mocklin toy. Latchcomb plastic is fantastic. That's so good. Eventually we'll do you know what we'll do on one of these live shows? Maybe we'll do it on Twitch. Is we'll say, okay, everybody show up. This is the song that we're writing lyrics for an Orville song. So let's all work together to come up with the best lyrics. So we'll get the lyrics together, and then I'll go off and record it and bring it back to you guys. How does that sound for a community exercise? Losing my Krillillian. Oh, you want that lady? You want Ro? Who's the actress that played Ro on TNG? I'm Dark Fire wants her on the Orville. She was not used enough. Great actress. Now she had a great role in that Battlestar Galactica movie that they did. Was it called Razor? She played a captain of another ship that survived the Cylon invasion. You know, Battlestar Galactica survived the invasion, and they finally come across another ship that survived because their ship didn't have the technology or whatever. They had something that the Cylons couldn't take over, but their experiences were way different, and they all became dicks. Her people were doing bad stuff to survive, whereas our people, our convoy, was trying to do the right thing in order to survive and keep order. Oh, personal Avis, and that is so good on many different levels, Crochet Kitty, because Avis being the Krill Jesus. Oh, that is so good. Your own personal Avis. Pegasus. That's the Pegasus. That's the isn't that that's the name of that might be the name of that William Shatner song, Pegasus, that I was talking about earlier. She Bang. What would I do She Bang for? What's the theme? A certain race or certain situation? Let's, you know, change the word bang with something else. Ah, it's Teppo. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the Orville from me. Oh, that's good. I Get Around by Tupac, Union theme song. Kathia says Twitch Egotastic FunTime karaoke night. That sounds great. There would be a delay. I don't know. I mean, I can sing stuff, but it'd be nice to get other people to sing stuff, but there would be a delay. I have to figure out how to overcome that, because then people could join in on Discord. There actually is a karaoke channel on the Egotastic FunTime Discord. We haven't used it yet, but it's there. How do we do it so that there's no delay, so that you guys can sing, hear the song and sing? I'm sure there's a way. I'll have to look into that, figure it out, because I want to do a lot more communal stuff, you guys. That's what Egotastic FunTime is about. I hear the krill are coming. They're coming round the bend. And they haven't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. 99 problems, but a krill ain't one. Nice. The electric slide. If we could get, if we had one more syllable in quantum, we can do the quantum slide, which would be great. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Krill in the Ring of Fire. Krill fell into a burning ring of fire. "99 red balloons." I wonder, or Luftballons. 99 Kalon go by. She thinks she missed the train to Mars. Kelly's out back watching the stars. Shiny happy krill. There's something there. I don't know if that's the krill work on that one, but shiny happy. Shiny something people holding hands. Shiny happy Kalon flying head. Shiny happy Kalon flying. Dude looks like a lady. I'd have to change the lyrics though. But that'd be great for a Mocklin song. I'm Darkfire. Ooh, what's the connection between Mercer and Blade Runner? Oh, you'll have to... Somebody has to... what's up, Garden? Maybe you guys know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. Girl, dun, 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 you'll be a man soon. That's a good one, too. That's a good idea. You'll be a Mocklin man soon. I hate you so much, can tell by the way you look downstairs. All I can say, you're not my kind. 99 Kalon heads fly by. Don't worry, P. Krill. What would be a good Yaphet song? No, I have not finished watching The Boys. You'll know when I finish watching The Boys because I'll have the 8th review out. My goal is to, going forward, after doing my last review, which was actually a day or two between watching it and reviewing it, now going forward for the next 6 episodes, the final 6 episodes, I'm going to watch it, and then as soon as I'm done watching it, I'm going to press record and start talking about what I just watched. That's the new challenge. And I'm not allowed to watch an episode until I review the episode I just watched. Do you think you'd get bored of still yodel like Gene Autry or Hank Williams? Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do. What's up, JC Norris? I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Bortus when we finally do hear him sing. Are they going to have him sing just amazing, like just be an incredible singer? Are they going to have him sing like maybe he has a beautiful female-sounding voice or a beautiful deep male voice, but he already does, so you'd think they would do something different? Or what if he just sucks? What if he just absolutely sucks at singing, which would also be hilarious? But everyone's afraid to tell him that he sucks. That would be a good story. That would be good. He sucks at singing, but he's so into it, it means so much to him that nobody admits to him that he sucks. And so he just keeps going more and more and doing more things with it. If you want to be my lover, if you want to be my lover, you got to get with Yaphet. Krill sing We Are the Champions by Queen. Avis is the champion, my friends. He would sing in monotone. Yeah, that's an option. Singing in monotone, but he thinks he's just doing an incredible job. He's doing runs, but it's just like, instead of going, he's just going, but waving his finger like he's doing the runs. Or he goes high, falsetto. Bootylicious, of course, for Yaphet. Oh, of course. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Oh, that's hilarious. Yaphet, fit, Yaphet. No, that's Black Eyed Peas. Bootylicious has the guitar, but Ed, can you handle? No, just say the girls' names. Claire, can you handle it? Kelly, can you handle it? Tala, can you handle it? Alara, can you handle it? That's how you do that. That's how you do that, and it's Yaphet singing to. That is how it's done. Absolutely. Danger Zone. Highway to the neutral zone. Claire, Single Ladies. Absolutely. Got a Boogie by Weird Al. Oh, Kathia, that would be great too. What if when Bortus sings, they just get Celine Dion to come in and do a voiceover for it? But not one of her songs. Not one of her songs. Some other song, and they get her to do a cover. But it's her voice singing, I don't know, Billy Joel or something like that. Whatever it is. Because you can't do her song, because then it'll just sound like he's singing to the CD, right? It has to be a song that we know Celine Dion did not record. Dare to Be Off It. Super Frail. Oh, Amadeus was sung to Avis. Rock Me Amadeus. No, Avis. Rock Me Harder, Avis. We Try Harder, Avis. Boom. Super Freak. She's a jelly freak. She's jelly freaking out. Yeah, Yaphet fits everything. Portis probably sounds like Andrea Bocelli. That'd be hilarious. Rob Crawford, hey JP, do a lot of parody songs just by listening to every song in JC Superstar. Oh, Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar. Great Balls of Fire, but I'll do Great Booms of Fire. Goodness gracious, Great Booms of Fire. Jelly in the Jar. Yeah, if we're gonna do Yaphet though, it's gotta be Bootylicious. And he's singing to the ladies. Because then I can do a video just showing the lady that he's singing to. Kelly, can you handle this? Claire, can you handle this? Peanut Butter Jelly Time. Oh, that'd be great. They won't do that though, because they already did Peanut Butter Jelly Time in Family Guy a few times. Mambo number 5. Yeah, that's a good one too. That's actually really good. Ladies and gentlemen, Jelly number 5. Stephen Klein says hair. Well, I don't know if that'd be good for Yaphet, though. I bet you Yaphet picks up a lot of hair, being that he's crawling around the ground and he's sticky. Hair. Any aria by Verdi? Kobe Thaw says, if you want my jelly and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Oh, Rhonda's here? Rhonda's in there somewhere. Rhonda's in the mix. So many... there's so many... Oh, wow, there's actually 70 people on here right now. Jeez. Everybody saying what's up, Rhonda? Let's see if I can find her in the chat. I don't see her. She is gone. Rainbow Connection. I'm trying to think of something to be... Well, that's right on the nose with Kermit, right? I'm sure Seth would like that one. When the lights go down on the Orville. When the quantum drives go down on the Orville. Watch it wiggle, see it jiggle. Or Seth could get Frank Sinatra Jr. to voice in as Borda's singing voice. Yeah. What if he got Bublé to do it? Jonathan says to Rhonda, "Hey, fake JP." There's Rhonda. I see her. How's everyone doing tonight? Is JP keeping you all entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I think Scott Grimes is good friends with Russell Crowe. It'd be great to see Russell Crowe in season 3. Dax says, Rhonda is in the apartment with you. She walked behind you, like in that trailer for It, Part 2. Don't even mention It. That shiz scares me. I'm scared of it. I love it, though. I can't wait for Part 2. Oh, I can't wait for Part 2. Finally, It. And don't get me wrong, I love the mini-series from the early 90s, but come on, we know it's cheesy, even though we love it. They're doing some great work with the It movies, really bringing that book to life. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, Seth said there won't be a musical Orville. He says he doesn't know how it would work because it has to be something that would be possible. So he says if something came up where it would make sense to do a musical episode, like they got taken over or something like that, mind control. But they probably they're not going to do it. But I think they could do a little bit of that. They could do a little bit of a musical number if Gordon programs some crazy program the environmental simulator that has all the characters from the show doing a song and dance. He could totally do that, and he would do that. So we could get a scene of something like that, but they'll all be environmental simulated programs, just eSIM characters. Rocky Horror. Rocky Horville. Oh wait, we don't want to call it Horville. That sounds bad. Universal translator malfunction where wouldn't it be great if there's a universal translator malfunction where everything comes out auto-tuned? That would be hilarious. Relax. Don't do it. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax. Don't do it. Perhaps a history of civilization portrayed through song and dance. Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe they do, because I could see them doing a joke. The history of dance, because history of dance number. The history of dance is like a joke. I could see them doing something like that in a scene. The musical Rent. Can't do Rent because Discovery already did that on a bit on what's his name's show. Seth is a tease with his karaoke scene. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see Captain Mercer sing. Seth would probably be like, no, that's too close to what I really do. On the Catwalk yeah, I'm a jelly, you know what I mean. Simulator malfunction. Yeah, they could do it in a simulator malfunction. Seth has some real talent. Probably not a fan of autotune. Oh, I'm sure he's not a fan of autotune, but for the show, it'd be a funny bit. Well, what's crazy is T.I. got famous for doing all that autotune stuff because that was the only way he could break through. But T.I. is actually an incredibly good singer. Like, he's a really good singer, but he's not allowed to do that in his musical career. Yeah, I'm so Yaffet doing I'm So Sexy, but I'm all about, I think Bootylicious is the perfect song for Yaffet, at least for the first Yaffet song. You want to see Bortus as Javert in Les Mis? Yeah, that'd be good. Have him wearing the hat. I'm So Lonely, sung by Captain Ed. I'm lonely, oh so lonely. Yeah, Bortus and Yaffet duet. Bortus as Hamlet. Yeah, I want to see a lot of Bortus stuff. Now, in that deleted scene that we watched last week, we got to see Bortus play golf in the eSIM. I'm really looking forward to some more quick little comedy scenes in the eSIM in season 3 because I love those things. Rhonda says, I'm bootylicious. Jason Link says, auto-tune killed music. I'll karaoke for free right here to Johnny Cash after a beer or 3. Just ask JP to set it up. That's your part to sing. I'm the guitar. Auto-tuned communicator. That'd be a hilarious joke. Yeah, I blame Cher for the auto-tune, you guys. It's like Cher and her use of auto-tune. Seems fine when you are already a singer. It already sounds like a distortion pedal for a guitar to me. It can be cool. Yeah, now we have to remember Cher, popular 70s singer, popular 80s singer too. Popular singer Cher, old school Cher, is the one that brought this auto-tuning that has unleashed it upon the world with her Life After Love song. But she was using it for the chorus at least. She was singing normal in the rest of the song. But then people were like, hey, let's just do auto-tune everything. And then it ruined it. Excess ruins things. You gotta, keep it cool. Don't be doing too much of anything. It ruins it. Isaac singing in auto-tune, that'd be great. Yeah, there are ways if you are creative. I've heard auto-tune stuff that I like, but it's because it's blending in with the music. And it's just like a fun, dancey little number. Crochet says, have Bill Cipher take over the Orville. Yeah, bring on J Cash. What's up, J Cash? What's up? That's your new name, J Cash. Eccleston says, I sing, but I'm more classically trained.
I sing, but I'm more classically trained.
What was that? We will rock you. We will, Mocklin you. Oh my god, you guys. I lost track of time. We've almost been streaming 2.5 hours. I have to end this stream. Yeah, that was her. JC, that was her. I get talking and I guess she heard the word. Well, I'm not going to say the word because then she'll respond to it again. But she repeated back to me what I just said. Let's do the quantum drive again. They do all the time now, more so than before, Rob. Tempo says, what is the difference between a chickpea and a lentil? There is no Mocklin simulation about having a lentil on your face. Boom! Oh! That's something I'm sure Bortus was getting up to that sort of thing in the simulator because he was trying to get crazier and crazier and crazier. Though I will say that Mocklin simulation, he should have been able to think of that one himself. That was pretty easy. Pretty easy for any dude to come up with a simulation like that if you're into that thing. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds for Shatner. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Jonathan Perez says, JP says, I have to end this stream. 2 hours later. Love you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. So I am going to end this stream here. So thanks for taking part. We had a lot of fun. We started talking about music and, doing this fun stuff with the show. And that gets me. When we start talking music, that gets me sucked in. And again, for those of you who are interested this month in winning the 72 card base set, after we get the first 20 new patrons signed up, link is down below. Just for the month of August, you can cancel in September if you don't want to be part of the September giveaway. But if you want to be part of the August giveaway for the 72 card base set of the Orville Season 1 trading cards, just make sure you're a patron. Once we get 20 new people on there, that's when I will put out the post for that. Everyone who wants to be considered to be a winner, to be in the raffle, just respond to that post, and that way I have your name there and I know who to click on if you are the winner, and we can communicate and I'll send it to you. But if we go nuts, if we get 50 people, if we get 50 new if we get 50 new patrons this month, we will also be doing a giveaway for the Captain Mercer Mirror Bridge card, which is actually a very sought after. This is the #1 card people are looking for the Orville trading cards. This is the top card. I can't even believe that I pulled this one out of a pack. Of all the mirror cards to get, which is what people want, this is the top one. Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. So if we get 50 people, we will be giving this away to anyone in the $5 or higher tier. If we go nuts, which I really don't expect to happen, and we get 100 new patrons, which is nuts, but if we get 100 new patrons this month, we will be giving away, one of you will win the Orville ship here, which does do stuff. It's beautiful. I love it. It's got the stand with all the badges on it. Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Take that, you stupid krill. Pew! I'm gonna hug your donkey, jerks. Meow. Humanity forever. Kalon's drool and humans rule. What? San Dimas High School football rules. Yeah. Woo. Hey, thanks, Gobi Thoth.
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
100 patrons. Link is down below. But that is a tall order. But it's an amazing prize to win. And of course, the only people who will be eligible are patrons who respond to the post that I put up on the Patreon page. But also, it's a great way to support this channel for just the price, less than the price of 1 month subscription to CBS All Access. You guys. Gobi Thaw says, thanks to all and all your other fans. Love you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Gobi Thoth. And thank you all for supporting the show. And if we're going to leave, if we're going to get out of here, yes, Rhonda, the Orville ship is shipping out if we get enough patrons this month. If not, we'll do it some other time. But I have a lot of we're gonna have a lot of prizes every month going forward. I got, of course, Orville stuff. We have lots of other highly sought after Orville cards for Orville themed months, which every month is an Orville themed month. But I also got some great Star Wars prizes, sought after collector's items to give away in the coming months, some Star Trek stuff, some Axanar stuff, all kinds of great prizes we're going to be giving away every single month on the Patreon page. So if you want to be included in that, click on the links below. And if we're going to end this stream, you guys, we're going to end it right. So, okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it. Boy, we talked about it a lot. This was such a great night. This has been a great stream, so much fun for me. I totally lost track of time. I didn't look at the clock once. Not once did I look at it. And here it is, almost 9:30. I have to eat nutritious dinner and go to sleep, you guys. So thanks for stopping by. What are you looking forward to in season 3 of the Orville? But most importantly, what songs? I'm going to look for your ideas. I want your ideas. What song parodies do you want me to do? The best suggestions will win. Of course, you know what I'm working on right now. You already heard it tonight. I'll be getting a better version of that and a video to accompany it. I have to figure out how I'm going to do a video, what kind of video I want to do for Faith in the Orville. But you can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and supporting my stupid show. This has been a whirlwind, once-in-a-lifetime trip with you guys, and we got a lot more to do going forward, and I can't wait to do it with you. We're gonna have an Egotastic fun time, so I'll see you guys very soon. And as always, like I said just a couple seconds ago, I hope all your times are Egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye.
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You
Georgia!
will find it funny. Just give me money.
Shut up,
I
Wesley.
love money. Give me all your 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 money. CBS can suck my balls.